Hi everyone, it's Ikue, welcome. Today is 17 degrees Cancer, speaking my truth. 17 degrees net to A, it means Capricorn energy. It's a commitment that you make, decision making, and that energy meets the emotional masterful Cancer. So we are looking at emotions meet your commitment day. So welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, Ikue, and it's July 8th, 2025, and it's Tuesday. How's it going, everybody? I just needed to cough. We also feeling that, like 3 days before the full moon and 3 days after, we feel the effects of the full moon. And that full moon is July 10th. So today it's 8, so we're definitely feeling that energy, and it's going to be a full moon in Capricorn. I think it's 19 degrees, and it's an interesting mix, Cancer. If you look at anyone, your friends who has a zodiac sign, sun sign in Cancer, they can be very emotional, right? They are like care leaders. They have so much love, and they care. But sometimes they don't know how to set the boundaries over it. So they ended up overgiving, and then they created the resentment, or, they have used. And I think we all have that kind of experience before. We're all learning discernment and boundaries. But the interesting, this overpowering care of emotions, and that meets the commitment. That's exactly the decision that you make today. So this date is for us to really set the tone. What it's like for us to, have a perfect balance between, not overpowering, like emotions are not taking us over, but also you can still be soft, but you can still be the leader for yourself. Self-leadership is important. So that's the energy that we're looking at today. Self-leadership, but also soft in the texture. I decided to talk about that leadership, what the leadership would look like in the next era, divine feminine leadership. You can be soft and powerful at the same time. And in the old paradigm, it sounds like how can both exist at the same time? But I think we can be soft and fierce, soft and fierce. And every time I use the word soft, and in my mind, I want to use the word cunt, because one of the dance styles that I do is voguing. And voguing, there's a category called, Vogue Femme and soft and cunt. And basically, I believe that, movement is medicine, and I teach and embody this fascia, right? And when I dance voguing, I feel like this voguing is literally the fascia move, every move that you make, but it's very much like it's very authentic and raw, right? And so, like, there's a category in voguing, you can be soft, but you can still be cunt, cause you can be a little sassy one, and we could have all kinds of texture. We don't have to be categorized. You don't have to be boxing you have to be this, right? But it's good to know that there is even a category. You can be soft and cunt. So let us redefine our new thing. You can be soft and powerful at the same time. So yeah, that's a new thing. I picked 2 oils today. One is Purity, and from Essential Oil Wizardry, and it works like a sage. And I'm gonna use this oil. How was your dream last night? My dream was full of symbols, and it was pretty wild. Like, I've been working with okay, this is for the collective. It's to cleanse the field. I will take notes, because in dreams, there's so many things that we work through. It's pretty multi-dimensional, and then once we wake up, we forget. And we integrate a lot of things in our dreams, right? So that's very interesting, right? So, and then I've connected to my roots, and divine roots of Japanese, like ancestors and yeah, like gods and goddesses and land. Sounds crazy, but those things are really coming up for me. Like, yeah, with the full moon in Capricorn, I think we're really solidifying something. You know, this is how I live my life. This is how we live our life. So that is very, very interesting. And this is the sacred ritual. And this is to enhance what we just did, which is to cleanse our field. And now let's make it ceremonial. And so I create some beads. And feel the vibe. Feel good. Okay, we're all breaking the pattern that we have in our body, in our possession. Let's go to the back of your neck, and but also like really go down there as far as you can. You can pull it up, and then go look up, open your chest, and breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. My eyes just got really bright. Thyroid, take your right hand, go from the bottom of your neck, pull the skin up. Take your left hand and elongate your neck. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Repeat after me. I'm speaking my truth, even if it's uncomfortable and awkward for myself and others. I have a voice, I use it, I speak up, I speak out. And it's safe for me to speak up. And I always speak my truth with kindness. And that's all I need. I release that fear of being unseen, feeling misunderstood. And even when people don't see me, I see myself, and that's enough. And that is powerful. Okay, so let's read the collective message for today. Today is July 8th, and today we move under the nurturing light of 17 degrees Cancer, where the frequency of masterful emotion meets the quiet pull of Capricorn's upcoming full moon. Hello, Cosme, Christian. 17 degrees is a sacred number. 1 as a leader, that's a Leo energy, I love. And 7 as a spiritual seeker, so that 1, I love, 7, I sense. So the mixture of Leo and Pisces energy net to 8, that's a Capricorn. Now it carries the essence of Capricorn energy, commitment, decision making, and soul aligned leadership. We're not quite at the full moon yet, but we're already feeling the build, the pull between our emotional truth, Cancer, and our embodied structure, Capricorn. And today we stand right in the middle of that sacred axis. This is the message. You do not have to choose between sensitivity and strength. So it's definitely what we are talking about. You can be soft and powerful at the same time. So you do not have to choose between sensibility and strength. You can feel deeply and lead wisely. I love that. You can cry and still commit. Thank you for following me. You can soften and still stand. So let this practice be a space to feel what's real, hold yourself in devotion, choose embodiment over performance, Let your fascia whisper what's true. Let your body lead you back to your essence. And remember, your consistency is not dependence. It's devotion to who you really are. Let's move, let's feel, and let's embody our truth together. This is exactly the theme that is coming up for me, and I've been sharing this, like the coexistence of soft and power, right? You for a while wanted to ask something. I'm a bit of a roads. Would be nice to get your opinion. Sure. Do you want to type the question there? So you do not have to choose between sensitivity and strength. You can feel deeply and lead wisely. You can cry and still commit. You can soften and still stand. Yeah, I feel like it's Grand Rising. Hello, Step G. I think the energy is, I'm always like that. It's something that ingrained in me. I am emotional and I feel everything, and I will just, I will cry about something, but the something that I have is I just don't quit. I just don't quit. And I think, that we need all that. We need that kind of commitment, right? And because that's how you can move forward in life. It's okay to cry. It's okay to, I just thought about anime, how anime character, it will cry. It's like, but then I'm gonna do this. And it's like you fight against the evil. And then they won, like Sailor Moon. So, I think there's a lot of power in softness. And there's a lot of power in softness. And there's a lot of softness in power. I love that. Yeah. So I would like to really dig deeper, soft and power, softness and power. Yeah. That's kind of like the next level of leadership. We don't have to be so rigid anymore, right? So I was wondering how the coach program from Human Garage went for you. I just started the second run from them, and a lot has happened in the meanwhile. Having tough time in getting started. You can't really compare what I gone through, because I went through the level 1 coaching program with Human Garage in April 2021. And that's when everything was starting. And when I did the coaching program, I was actually the only one signed up. So before that, all the coaching program they have done so far was basically to go over the 10 basic maneuvers. And that's all they did every day. And then they moved together. Let's remember the moves, right? But by the time I signed up, I was waiting for it. I wanted to sign up. And then by the time I signed up, and there was only one sign up. Those were the days. And they decided to go ahead with this because it's many situations, everything meant for a reason, right? And I'm a dancer, right? I was already practicing all the maneuvers, and I know how to do it. So what we did was, instead of spending a lot of time learning about maneuvers, my program turned it into a counseling session. Because what happened is, when you move your fascia, all those programming and tension and start to unwind. And what you need to do is not to move your fascia. It's not about that anymore. Because you move your fascia, you need to work through emotions. that all the trapped emotions coming up. So that's the hard part. And that inspired the team to create Lifestyle Artist Program. Because this program, this fascial journey, is never meant to be rushed. So it's it was a gradual process, but then in the long run, some people have already gone through that type of shadow work. Then they just want to quickly learn the concept of the fascial universe, and and the certified program are meant for that, for people who are already doing a lot of shadow work. So people, I think it's sometimes it's nice to slow down and don't rush the process, right? And so the second round from then, so that means you went through the first round, like are you doing like season 1 certified program, and are you doing the season 2? Are you still season 2? If you could let me know. A lot has happened in the meanwhile, so yes, here is good and bad. When your fascia starts to open up, there is no turning back. It's a spiritual journey. You can take a break, you can procrastinate, but you can never go back. And just like the spiritual warning, once you know, you cannot unseen, you know what I mean? So you can pretend like I'm just gonna be observer, and I'm just gonna be observer, and I'm just gonna, do this, all that. But it's a lot of things happen, and this is where you need to ask, am I projecting my own fear into things, or this is where you need to use your discernment, right? So what is the second training program? Are you talking about level 2? When I see people doing nice things, it makes me cry. Yeah, right? Yeah, I watch babies and Instagram, and I will cry. Doing that's what I went. Coach level 1, the second training program. I did a lot of work, still going, and did some constellation, just bang to the floor. That's interesting. So second coach training program is kind of like you're still learning how to teach group classes, or are you doing some hands-on training as well? That's what I like to know. It can get really overwhelming, right? But just like anything, I am a nerd when it comes to academic work. And when I basically, people say, oh, I went through the program. I just basically helped build the program. We co-creating together. So with the Human Garage, that's what I did. So my embodiment was a role model for that program. And so when I went through the simple level 1, and then they kind of just keep changing things, and I was always part of it and joining a lot of different events, and then there was no syllabus, right? And I was born and raised in Japan, so structure, I love the structure, and I know how to follow the rules. I know how to follow. That's all I knew, right? And I academically succeeded because I was always a nerd. I was just hardworking, and that's kind of like the commitment Capricorn energy that I have in me, in my DNA. So that's what I did, and I'm 26 degrees Libra, and so I struggled to kind of just understand the difference. Oh, this work is not about intellectual. There's a huge difference between understanding intellectually versus you understanding somatically, right? No hands-on yet, but for now I'm getting in comfort zone. I'm sailor, and this will be a big chance for me, and it's scary, to be honest. Oh, okay, thank you so much, for explaining that. Oh, thank you. It's zone 76. You're so amazing. You're amazing too, to see the light in me. Anyways, I struggled to feel enough, but I already had that. I think we all have that, trauma of not feeling good enough, right? So those things came up quite a bit when I first started, and also Instagram live, and back in the day I started as doing a TikTok live. So it was just more about just doing it. As you're doing it, you get more comfortable, right? And just like anything, you learn to do something, you need to understand it intellectually and try to apply it, right? At the same time, just to be kind to yourself. It's okay that it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes you figure it out along the way, but it does trigger a lot of fear that you didn't know you had. For me, language was a huge thing, because this is me, this life, I'm showing up for myself to practice my English. That was the initial theme for me. It's like, I'm just gonna show up and I'm gonna practice speaking, and then will lead to somewhere, right? But it's definitely leading me somewhere. And yeah, you gotta face insecurity, right? Not feeling good enough. It's like, oh, is my English good enough, right? And or am I good looking enough? Like, it's like a lot of little things, like it will come up. But this is where you need to be kind to yourself, and as much as like maybe deadline or all those things, we need to be kind to yourself and know that if it's meant to be, it will happen. But let's not forget about moving and facing yourself, facing and moving your own fascia every single day. And this is how that's the only way you can get to the core of this work. It's not about being in that structure and following the people, following the rules. Does make sense? When you first okay, I think I got it 80%. And then maybe at first you copying the phrases and copying the moves. But as you do it many times, it starts to become your movement, and just like martial arts, and one kick, right? There's a Bruce Lee's quotes about kicks, right? One kick from the master, it's not exactly like that, but it basically it's a one kick of a master is equivalent to the 1,000 kicks, I don't know, something along the line. So I can tell when I see someone doing the maneuvers or dance or anything, you can tell, right? If somebody's, okay, this person embodied this work, or this person is just performing. And when you first started, maybe you are performing. You gotta perform, right? Fake it till you make it. But at some point, it becomes your work, and it becomes your bloodline. You become the fascia. And so, and then fascia is a multi-dimensional being. So it's a spirit. It's as you move it and face it and work through it, it starts to speak to you, right? And everyone's got the psychic skill. It started to open your psychic skills, and you feel it, everything. And it's a scary place. Like my student asked me, it's like I started to feel everything. It's scary, and I just don't want to be with people, right? This is where we started to understand more about energy, and it's reminding ourselves that it's okay for us to feel everything, right? That's our skill. That's exactly where we were numbed. Was taught that it's not good to feel everything and be emotional and dramatic, right? But this is where exactly we need to dig deeper. It's okay for us to feel. That's our superpower. You can be soft, emotional, and powerful at the same time, and still steady. You know what I mean? It's stable. Expressing yourself is not a sign of weakness, and being emotional, but you can still be stable at the same time. You're just speaking your truth. And that's the paradigm that we are kind of breaking at the same time, I feel. So yeah, if you are, I'm not sure if you're struggling with the particular module or ideas, but yeah, people are at the different place, right? If you are starting at zero, you never had, let's say, you never have social media account, you never film yourself, or you never talk about your feelings or teaching, or you know what I mean? It's like the starting line is so different, right? if you're already a public speaker, or if you already have so used to talking about yourself on the social media, and then okay, I'm gonna do the coaching program, that's just easier, you know. So we gotta, and then if you're already a native speakers of English, then it's easier, right? I had to climb a lot of ladder, thinking that already have a lot of like handicapped, you know, not being the native speaker of English and this or that, you know, like, but I think it's all part of that. But can you transmute your handicap as your superpower? Because anything that we have is about how we use it, right? And there's a lot of power in transmuting that part of yourself that you thought that was your handicap, and something that holds you back. I used to have a lot of insecurity around being Japanese and looking a certain way, and especially in the entertainment dance world, and this is where that industry that I really want to be successful in, right? And I came to Canada with a big dream of becoming a successful professional dancer, and it was scary. My parents didn't understand, what are you doing? But I'm like, I rather want to die if I'm not able to do it. So that got me emotional. But yeah, that was a long time ago. Anyways, but yeah, that was a long time ago when I came to Canada with a big dream, and now I was able to get to the point. It's not like, you know, everybody knows me as a dancer. It's not like that. But I was able to, yeah, like make money, make a living through dance. And I did that, you know, performing and teaching. And that was my journey until COVID hit. And even before COVID hit, I was exhausted. It's like, I don't know, I love dance. I don't know how much longer I can continue this. And COVID started. It was definitely a blessing in disguise. And I was introduced to this fascia work. And then, yeah, I felt better. And after the first class, something told me, okay, I want to do this. And yeah, so it's almost 5 years, right? So, and I've seen a lot of people come and go in between. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Laura. Yeah, just struggling to start. Did 2 weeks of reset and a bit of life snapped me to the floor. Yeah. Okay, I can see where you are now. Yeah. So, yeah, this this fascia journey is not for the weak, but it's okay to cry. So yeah, when fascia opens up, is your perception changes. What it was okay before is not okay for me, and you're gonna start to release emotionally, physically, and perceptionally. Everything needs to change. Your old story is no longer your story. So in order for us to switch to a new story, the old story needs to break. So that's how it works. And your friends are no longer aligned with you, right? Maybe not all of them. And you're going through this turnover, your friends, or like the job you hate and you can't stand it, but you put up with it for a long time, but you're no longer, your spirit is not allowing you to do that. Then you gotta make your decision. So yeah, that's the journey, but that's the only way to ascend. We need to break the old paradigm and question yourself. Who am I without this, right? And continue to choose yourself, love yourself, and I like moving. So fascia maneuvers came very naturally because I will move, and I treat this as a meditation, right? Ooh, I got a adjustment. So yeah, definitely when we change, people are lost from our circle. Yeah, either people can meet you and rise with you or fall away. And you can start to clearly see how people are, but how you are too, right? And you can see which dimension people are stuck in. And when they started to use a manipulated power game or, power tactics, I can sense it right away. And it's like, I rise above it. I choose love. So, yeah, you're very welcome, Cosming. Thanks for the words. I do a lot of stuff, and I also, Fascia, wow, did not actually put that into account, that she also played a part in this. That's a good one to treat it as a meditation. Yeah, moving meditation. You can do it closing your eyes, feel your fascia inside, right? Because at the end of it, this fascial maneuvers work, fascial journey is about embodiment. It's a literal embodiment. What does it mean? Move your fascia the most. And, if you consistently do something, you will cross the threshold, right? It came to a point where you don't have to think anymore. You just do it. And that is the embodiment. Just like anything, martial art. That's it. You can talk your way up to embody. No. You can't pretend. You can't perform your way up to pretend you know it. All you have to do is to show up for yourself. Move your fascia every single day. Yeah. We grow and they don't like that change, so we have to let go of them. Go with our growth. Yeah, exactly. Right? I'm gonna post this today, but yesterday and when I taught the Instagram live, I was called to do thyroid reset, which I do every live, right? And someone cried. She just randomly found Human Garage when I was teaching Instagram live. It's like, wow, I cried. And because her first comment was, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So it was obvious that she was super new and somehow randomly found Human Garage account while I was on live, right? And then she commented, wow, I cried. And so it's powerful. But what I was doing, the theme that came up and people were addressing was, as I speak my truth, no one understands, and I don't feel seen. And I do this a lot in my hands-on session. That key is when even nobody sees me, I see myself. Even nobody understands me, I understand myself, and that's enough. And I just know that you create your own reality, and the more you choose yourself, the more magnetized you become. Essentially, people will either rise with you or fall away, right? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Yesterday was so good. Yeah, thank you. I'll post that today. So that was powerful. Yeah, speaking your truth and meeting yourself. And it's a dance, meeting your body, meeting your fascia. Talk to your fascia, talk to your pain. I just remember I've been working on surrendering with trust. And when you surrender with trust, you're gonna be in the flow state. You're gonna be in the sense of safety where you just know, okay, whatever, I'm gonna be fine. I don't know I'm gonna be fine, but I'm just gonna surrender. That's how you walk through the fire, go through the ego death, right? And then I had a dream. I was fighting against the evil, and the evil threw this thing, and that cute doll will turn into a serpent, like a snake. Yeah, thank you so much for everything. I have to try it and put myself first. Yes, yeah, take your time. You can't rush this process. And this is all part of it. You're gonna go like this because, especially for, I don't know if you're, you know, your zodiac sign and your astro chart, but if you are type of person, you have suppressed your pain and emotion for such a long time, as your fascia starts to open up, it will just, you know, from the crack, all those things come up. And then you just don't know, it's like, what's going on with me? Who am I? Do I like this job? Do I like this? Do I like my partner? You know? And I went through all of that. Yeah. But the good news is, as I'm transforming, I'm every day changing, but you will cross turning points, right? Pivotal moment. It's like climbing the mountains, right? Another threshold, and then, yeah, we don't have choice to move backwards. You can either take a break, procrastinate, cry, take your time, and you just move forward with courage. Yeah. And if you feel like you're moving backwards, tell yourself, I am moving forward. That's all. It's kind of like growth is sometimes like this. It's not about this, right? And but growth is about going inwards. So as we go through, you revisit the recurring theme, right? But it happens on a higher level, if that makes sense. And it's about taking away all these unnecessary things, going inwards, surrendering. So that is that humbling, ego death. Anyways, just let me finish this dream. So in my dream, there was this evil spirit threw at me this weapon with a cute doll, but that will turn into a snake. And I've been practicing surrendering with trust, like kokoro co-creation. So I just told myself in my dream, it's like, this is safe for me. I'm okay with this. Because I've been practicing this power of metabolizing anything, whether that's toxins or harsh opportunities, challenges. Just dance with that, right? Surrendering, that's when the body started to observe that into the system. And know that body is so wise that as we metabolize it, truth stays, good things stays, and bad things will just flash it out, relieve your body. And that's what happened. So in my dream, what happened was completely surrender, holding this evil doll that would turn into a snake. And it's like, I'm safe with you. And I'm just like, let's dance. And a doll started to dance with me. And that's when I knew I alchemized this evil thing into a power. So anyways, that was my crazy dream. Yeah, surrendering with beautiful transformation. Yes, thank you. Surrendering with trust, having such a key to shift into a true flow state, walking through the fire, allowing the water, earth, and air to fully alchemize any of the ashes which remained. Yes, I love that. Yeah, those are all the words that I resonate with. I love that. Inwards, higher spiral of growth. Oh yeah, maybe it could be like that. Yeah. It's not about this. Growth is about this. But it's how you look at it, right? You've probably seen meme, it's all about how you look at this. This spiral up, go like this, it looks like this, right? But when you flip it, shift the perspective, it looks like you're looping, spiraling, but it's happening on a higher level. And you can maybe pause here, but you can't go back. So yeah. Ooh. Yeah, let's keep on moving forward. Lion's Gate is coming up August 8th, and that's a powerful day. I think, we're feeling that effect of full moon in Capricorn happening in 3 days. But yeah, solstice was huge, right? But Lion's Gate, August 8th is going to be huge to So things are moving. Yeah, thank you guys for joining and asking questions and resonating with me, and that means a lot. So thank you. You're always welcome. Let's finish with that heart. Right hand on your heart and left hand on the top of your head. Feel the air around you. Feel your water inside. Let's connect with all parts of ourselves. And now the energy go through your heart and the brain. The shit has begun. Well, shit has begun for a while. It has already begun, right? But some people, we all wake up at a different timing. I already have woken up. I have arrived. And I keep telling myself, I don't need to call in any more fire. I have walked through enough fire. I just want to get to, enjoy myself now. My body's for joy, it's not for pain. Yeah, but we're all here. Take what resonates with you and just know that you're blessed, you're guided, you're protected. And all you have to do is to just calm down and know that you're enough. Now let's do 6 breaths. Breathe your mouth. 2, 3. Through your nose. 2, 3. Very good. Repeat after me. Hello brain. Hello mind. Hello body. Hello ego. Hello inner child. Hello fascia. Hello heart. Hello all parts of myself. Thank you for working together in harmony. I love your perfect, harmonious collaboration and respectful teamwork. All parts of you are honored, loved, and cared by me, and they care about me. Now let's place our heart in the center. Hello heart, you're the lighthouse. This is where the truth comes from. We follow you, we love you. I love myself. I accept myself. I forgive myself. I forgive people that hurt me. I am enough. I'm still here. I'm safe. I'm protected. I'm guided. I am enough. My presence is enough. I am worthy. I love myself. I deserve to feel good. My body deserves to feel good. My life loves me. I'm worthy of all the abundance, all the amazing opportunities in my way. My body moves with joy, ease, and peace. My self-love, inner peace are unbreakable, unshakable. I feel calm. I feel like me, like myself. The more I become who I am, the more comfortable being who I am, the more magnetized I become. You can add anything you want. I'm moving forward with courage. Yes. Feel your body. Yesterday, 777 portal, Sirius and Uranus in Capricorn doing their thing ahead of Lionsgate feels potent and powerful. Oh, I love that. July 7th, and I just, in top of my head, I always know, growing up in Japan, we do this festival, Star Festival, Asian countries do that on July 7th. And so I think that tradition basically came from China, but Japanese celebrate Star Festival 7/7 on July 7th every year, the schools will bring the bamboo trees, and we put like a tag to like put the prayers on it. Like a lot of us talk about world peace, or like, oh, can I manifest this, or can I pass this exam to get into university, stuff like that. We all do this. And so growing up doing that, and so I didn't necessarily write down wishes yesterday, but whatever I went through was so potent. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Sirius and Uranus, yeah, get to meet once a year. That was, yeah, we were preparing for the big celebration of Lionsgate. It's so, it's a lot of sign is showing up for me. Lionsgate is gonna be a very powerful moment for a lot of us, but especially I feel that in my bones, in my fascia, is gonna be a huge one. And there's a bridge called Lionsgate in Vancouver, and so that is calling me. When I had this, there was a free concert at the Sunset Beach by Vancouver Symphony Orchestra. And they played a song, I played this orchestra, the music called Lionsgate. I'm like, beep, 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 it's coming. So yeah, it's like, I think it's also already potent and powerful, but things are moving. Yeah, it's, astrology is not meant to hunt you or to control you, to manipulate you. Just know that, and then work with that energy, and you came to a point where you don't have to follow that, you just feel it, right? Yeah, you just feel that energy, and then you ride with that energy. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I was reflecting on the bamboo with a dear friend whose birthday was yesterday. Oh, thank you for sharing that celebrating day from the Chinese and Japanese cultures. Yeah, thank you, yes. That's interesting. You just thought about bamboo out of nowhere. Bamboo with a dear friend whose birthday. Yeah, I had this like little cute dance student, her name is Sandy. I've been teaching her since she was 5 years old, and yesterday was her birthday, and I'm going to have a private session class with her later today, so I'm gonna to celebrate her birthday. July 7th is a really good number. Yeah, my friend actually lives in Canada, and I felt cold back there, perhaps for Lionsgate. Yeah, Lionsgate Bridge. Yes. Well, let me know if you're in town. Yes. I'm in Vancouver, Canada. Yeah. Oh, that was a nice live. Yeah. Thank you guys for sharing and asking questions and sharing your insight, and feeling the 17 degrees Cancer emotion meets your commitment, and we're crossing thresholds, crossing like it's kind of like the mountains, right? But it goes like this, that kind of thing. Yeah, and it's the mountains or the frequency, and I was just writing. Yeah, so let us integrate that new change and trust that everything is moving as they should be. And if you are in when you feel like you're in a funk, you're not in the funk. It's just releasing what no longer serves you. So this is every time you release something, you shift timelines, and then release something, shift timelines, and allow yourself to be the best version of yourself by doing that. Don't worry about the old paradigm. It's falling out because you have higher standard, right? You believe in yourself more, you love yourself more, you have a higher standard for yourself, and you deserve it, and your body deserve to feel good. So thank you guys for being here. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow, Wednesday. Bye. Thank you.